You're just talking, mate.
Am I? I thought we were all talking. Alright.
Only you and
Alright.
What is it?
Yeah. Hi everyone, Nick here.
Michael.
Michael from Saints Row.
How are you doing, guys? You alright?
I'm just going to share this to Steam Machines page. Give me a sec. We'll get going. We're stuffing our faces here at Saints Row Brewery. We're being very well looked after. Getting some fantastic food and fantastic beer.
Yeah?
Saints Row Brewing Co. Yeah, we're in Darlington, a little industrial estate. Which industrial estate are we on?
Cleveland.
Cleveland Trading Estate. Just as you come down North Road, near the big old Morrison's. And tucked away, hidden away in this secluded part of Darlington is Saints Row Brewing Co.
It's a canny industrial estate on Albert Hill, you know.
Can you tell everyone who's watching, or who watches in the near future, can you tell everyone why Saints Row Brewing Company exists? Why is it you do what you do?
So, why does it exist? Basically, I think it comes back to the years we've met actually a few years ago, working back in Voodoo Cafe, Mexican restaurant in Darlington.
In its heyday, wonderful place.
Yeah, and
dashingly handsome barman.
And the best customers as well. And then, yeah, it was like a few years ago when I first came in here, I started drinking those amazing real ales, and like even like the American stuff which were just coming in, like Stone Brewing or like Odell or Sierra Nevada, for example, when they were like big and new, kind of that wave wasn't there yet, and you were getting into brewing as well. I remember that time we actually brewed in my house once.
We made a lovely red IPA.
Actually, yeah, I remember that.
And we had a great big curry while we were doing it.
And then after a few years, actually that just happened. It just the brewery was an opportunity, and then jumped straight onto that, you know.
So you started off Cuckoo Brewing, Gypsy Brewing, whatever we want to call it.
Yeah.
With
the guys from Three Brothers.
Three Brothers, our friends over in Stockton. Lovely guys. And then, you know, when the opportunity came up, you were back in Darlington, which is where you
back
live.
On my home soil, I'll say.
Northern home. Food's brilliant, by the way. It's fantastic.
Oh, that's like it though.
If you haven't been to Saints Row yet, you should really get down because you're doing loads of takeaways as well, aren't
So we do mainly, like, it's all about like full of food experience and beer, I would say as well. Good street food, pizzas and everything, to be fair. Yeah. And that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. On Sundays, however, we do as well Prosecco brunches. I don't know if you've heard of them yet.
No.
So, from 12 o'clock till 3, you're coming in, you're getting unlimited pizzas, unlimited Prosecco, mimosas, a bit of DJs outside.
That sounds messy.
It sounds messy, but it usually is. But that's what it's all about, you know.
On an industrial estate in Darlington.
You wouldn't think that, would you?
No, I like it though.
And how can you bring 30 people on an industrial estate on a Sunday at 12 o'clock? That just makes a magic.
Crawling away at 3.
Yeah.
That's all about, you know.
So how long have you been in this unit for?
So we came in here, first thing was May 2019, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then obviously we've tried to open the tap room quite fairly soonish, but we didn't make it in the first year, so we tried to obviously open in the last year, but as we know, things got complicated. We've been back up and running from July the 4th last year, and then back again from April after the lockdowns.
And did that kind of prompt you to build up this amazing street food takeaway?
Yeah, so basically when we started back in October, we bought the first pizza oven, so we started building on the pizzas and all the food, and then kind of we just thought, oh, we have nothing else to do, so let's do the takeaways. And the pizza was really great, and we just upgraded, and then we got a food joint as well and a beer.
Amazing. It is brilliant. We're a bit of Phil and I fanatics about Neapolitan style pizza, actually, aren't we? I think these are as good as any I've had. They're beautiful, and the price point as well, really good.
It's a light dough, and it's all about the different flavors as well, you know. It's not as stodgy as you get somewhere, or like just burnt cheese on top. It's all about like actual good flavors to it. It doesn't have to be overpriced because that's the genuine good prices, you know. And then just about the enjoyment of the food, I'd say as well.
What else are we going to ask? I don't have any other questions we want to ask Michael.
Busy week,
While we've got him, while he's stationary.
What's your next plans for Saints Row?
What's the next plans? Well,
that you can share.
That I can share. Oh, to be fair, just kind of going to see what's happening with the next few months, obviously with the current situation, because we don't really know, so the planning is the hardest part, you know. But hopefully, potential expansion.
Sorry.
Hopefully. Well, we'll see how it goes. Obviously, you know, it's only the power plant, but obviously everything just depends on how everything just grows in a sense, you know, at the same time.
I mean, like, we know all too well, having a small unit, you know, we've been on that same journey, had a tiny unit, had a medium-sized unit that got very full.
Yeah.
I'd say anyone who's been at Steam Machine 2.0, it's a very similar size. And, like...
Got a similar feel as well.
Yeah.
Very similar feel. And it looks like you are running out of space.
Yeah, it's getting tight now, but we're lucky enough to have enough outside space, obviously, to actually accommodate outside and inside as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, in the future, obviously we all want to expand and like get more and more people interested in ours. We get running out of capacity, so why not?
So, what Saints Row beers are on offer here? Which beers?
So we have at the moment, we have a Home Sweet Home, our classic American Pale Ale, which we're drinking right now. Super summery, tropical,
Lovely.
juicy. We have our stout, which you guys had.
Just
is the
finished.
Bourbon Vanilla Coconut Stout, 5.5. Nice a bit of sweetness to it. Nice kind of rich flavor, I'd say quite roasted. And also a US double IPA, inside, outside, outside, inside.
Gonna have that next.
Which is more kind of like a drier IPA, not this kind of like a over hopped, but it's got like a nice kind of like a solid flavor to it, and it's nice. Yeah. And then our most popular was the Lockdown Lager, which is just sold out a while ago.
Lagers are always fire, and they take so long to make.
It's just we can make like a beer in 2 weeks, like on most of them. Like lager just takes 6 weeks at least to get like a.
That's because you're making it properly.
Yeah, and you make it want to keep the quality and that freshness and the taste of it. That's what it takes the longest.
Our 2 uni tanks now are pretty much devoted just to lagers. As soon as it gets emptied, it's filled again.
They're full now, aren't they?
Yeah, full
because
now.
that's what it is. You have to keep it going because then you run out. It's like, oh crap, you know. That's what I went wrong. I just ran out. I was like, crap. I didn't realize it was so low down.
So like, another thing I wanted to ask you about actually is about like community. So for us, community's always been really important. It's always like helped us, and for little small artisan businesses such as ourselves, it tends to be the heart of everything we do. What can you tell us about Saints Row community?
So Saints Row actually, with our customers and people which we work all the time closely, are literally like in the small businesses all around. Like we sourcing local beers from like us guys and like local breweries, so we not really buy anything like commercial apart from like just a German lager which we have on. And community-wise, customers what we get, it's all people which we kind of knew from town and overall area, which they enjoy the same kind of aspect of good food and good beer and good experience as well. So we kind of have loads of like following, loads of people who come back all the time, even people we wouldn't expect to come here.
Because you're giving people a unique experience.
Exactly, and like we had this, and it's funny enough, we had this couple which are definitely like
delicious chips.
You would say like they literally just like they enjoy the real ale. They would enjoy the kind of like a pub experience.
Yeah.
They're obviously at a certain age, much older than us, and they come into the industrial estate and they enjoying it. They love it. They love the food. They love the experience. And I'm like, that's amazing. That's what I want to go from the age of like 18, I'd say, close up to like whatever it takes, you know. So
I think what kind of like helps is the fact that everyone you don't stumble upon craft breweries really. No one goes like, oh, I was just stumbling past, you know. It's like everyone has chosen to come here.
We struggle to find our own brewery.
But, you know, they've chosen to come here, and that I think that makes a different clientele, a different atmosphere.
absolutely, like if to find actually this unit, you need to make a plan actually to come in here because you can't just like you can walk around town, as you know that you go from one establishment to the other. When in here, you just have to make actual journey.
You're not just walking past.
No, you can't walk past in here. And that's the plus. I think that people making an effort to actually come in here because it's a bit out of town. It's about 15-minute walk. It's in a random place where there's nothing around apart from the industrial estates.
Yeah.
And that's the magic which you actually just put away, and there's no one actually bothers you in here as well. So
I think it's fantastic. There's no other fantastic beer like this being brewed in Darlington. Fact.
the old brewery Darlington,
I mean, there are some like nano stuff.
Yeah, I think
but, like,
this is really good.
The standard of these beers, the standard of this food is fantastic. It's brilliant.
And
you know,
as you guys obviously, that's not the same thing. Like we obviously, like you guys, full on beer. We have a full beer infused food as well. You have the same kind of like a principle of like getting people to enjoy the different beers, introduce them to a different kind of like a drinking model, which is the food.
It's got the whole experience.
The whole experience as well. But also give them kind of like an enjoyment as well. So we're not really fully beer focused, but also, yeah, you can get all the drinks. You can also enjoy that sort of kind of like a fun times as well. So
That's amazing.
Especially having live DJs on the weekends as well, so if the weather permits, obviously. So.
Well, guys, if you haven't, as of yet, put Saints Row on your destination for some point at the weekend, get down here, try the food, try the beer, and if you see Michael, say hello to him.
And I try to be here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Michael, I'm awesomely proud of you. I think this is great. It's wicked.
Oh, sweetie.